Good afternoon. Friends, parents, and family members, welcome to the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences graduation ceremony. Will you please rise and join me in welcoming Penn Engineering's Master's graduates. And now, it is my great pleasure to invite the faculty of the School of Engineering and Applied Science to join in this procession. You may all be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Eduardo Glant. I'm the Dean of the School of Engineering. And first, I would like to give a warm welcome, perhaps too warm, to our guests sitting in the back, to the spouses and partners of our graduates, to their parents, children, relatives, and friends. What a wonderful gift we are receiving today. What better gift than being here on such a beautiful, if warm day, seeing your spouse, your partner, your child, or your parent get a master's degree. My colleagues and I are very happy to see you all here today, joining us in honoring our graduates, because we take as much pride in their achievements as you do. Of course, above all others, I welcome the graduates. It is my privilege as Dean. Yes, please join me. I have the privilege as Dean to be the first one to extend you the collective congratulations of the faculty. As you know, the university commencement will take place on Monday morning right here. I hope you're planning to march. It appears that it will be warm and perhaps rainy. But whatever the weather, the event will be grand as ever. This is wonderful pageantry. I've been here for over 4 decades, and it never fails to move me. But the main commencement is a very large affair, with many kinds of people getting many sorts of degrees. And that's why we hold this event, this intimate event, here today, because today we celebrate the special nature of your degree. American higher education is a great success story for our country. The many of you who came from overseas were lucky or wise to know that. I, myself, was lucky to know that. But you were wise in an additional way, in a different way. You knew you had to continue studying beyond college. You had already had an engineering or a computer science degree, and you could have stopped there, as so many of your classmates did. The ample majority of them did. But you didn't. You have enough self-awareness. Self-awareness is a wonderful thing to have. You knew how little you knew. And you knew you needed another pass. And unless you're a genius, learning always requires multiple passes. If you have to mentor a young cousin on high school math, you don't have to review that yourself. You carry that at your fingertips. That's because you later did college math, and in doing this higher path, you gained any possible insight that one could have on trigonometry, say, or the exponential function. And the same is true at a higher level. You needed a master's level pass so that your college level material could be at your fingertips. And I hope it is. And it shouldn't stop there. You have already organized and stored an incredible amount of material in your brain. The thermodynamicist in me, that's where I am, thinks that you have lowered your entropy, the entropy of your brain considerably. You are, guys, in a state of low entropy, even if you don't know it. You have to find entropy off. You have to keep learning. I want to recruit you. I want to recruit you as our ambassadors, as our voices, to tell the world of the wonderful things happening here. We are recruiting amazing students, you included, of course. We had a tsunami of applications this year. We are attracting amazing faculty. We are adding great new programs. And we are constructing amazing buildings. You must have walked around the Singh Center for Nanotechnology, which has just been ranked best building in America. Again, best building in America. We are having a very sweet moment. Help us tell the world. So on behalf of the faculty and the staff, on behalf of all of us here on this stage and elsewhere, may you have a great career. Remember Penn. Please remember us with fondness. That's how we will remember you. Congratulations to every one of you, and best of luck. Join me in applauding the graduates once again. All of us here are lucky. I'm a lucky person myself, but I'm lucky for one more reason. I get to introduce Kanwar Chadha, our commencement speaker for today. And you are equally lucky, because we will all have, the privilege of hearing his words. In Silicon Valley and across America, actually, Mr. Chadha is a renowned pioneer in information technology. And he is a member of our tribe. He is a true engineer. He and all of us probably share more than one gene, but we share much more, because Kanwar Chadha is one of our alumni. Kanwar received his first degree in electrical engineering from IIT Delhi and his master's in computer science from our school in 1983, while simultaneously getting an MBA from Wharton. As I said, he is a well-known visionary, entrepreneur, and technologist. He began his career at Intel, first in marketing, then as product line manager for RISC processors. Some of us remember the RISC processors. But he had an entrepreneurial gene in him. Kanwar co-founded Aquest Incorporated, a developer of multimedia and 3D graphics acceleration products, and served as its chairman. He served as general manager of the multimedia group at S3 Incorporated, where he led the development of innovative audio and video processing technologies. But it was in 1995 when he went on to found Surf Technology, to realize his vision for GPS for consumers. GPS for consumers, we take it for granted. He led the marketing and strategy to establish Surf as the leading provider of GPS-enabled location technology. He was a member of the board of directors and helped take the company public in 2004. He also served as CMO, member of Board of Directors for CSR. He was a founder and CEO of Innovi, a stealth mode startup whose technology was eventually acquired by Facebook. He is truly an entrepreneur. Currently, Kanwar is executive chairman of Bioengineering Global, a leading developer of IoT solutions and services for home, and the official licensee of global brands Motorola and AEG for select products. He's a marketing advisor to Facebook on connectivity infrastructure. Kanwar holds more than 20 patents in GPS-enabled location technology and communication fields. In short, Kanwar Chadha has the kind of career we wish for every one of you. He has the kind of wisdom we wish we could instill into every one of you and into ourselves, to be honest. I am delighted that we have him with us today. Please join me in welcoming Kanwar Chadha.
Thank you. Wow, UPenn. It's more beautiful than it was when I was here. I believe it was Woodrow Wilson who said, if it is a half-hour speech, it takes me a week to prepare. If it is a 10-minute speech, it takes me all of 2 weeks. Well, Dean Glant gave me 3 months, and his hope was that by this time, my speech will be done. Well, I'm not that smart, so I will take my 10 minutes. First of all, I'd like to thank University of Pennsylvania, and especially Dean Glant, for giving me the honor to speak at his last year as the Dean of School of Engineering. Eduardo has not only been a great dean, he has been a great ambassador for UPenn, and I'm proud to say a friend of mine now. He has been an excellent role model for us. So let's give him a big round of applause for his contribution to UPenn and UPenn community at large. Now coming to all of you, let me first congratulate you for successfully graduating from UPenn, which is not only a great institution for learning, but also a great place to make lifelong friendships. As you start the next phase of your exciting life, this is just a start. Let me share with you some of my thoughts and experiences which have had a long impact on me in my journey of life. Everybody's journey of life is unique, but hopefully some of what I share with you today will help you in navigating your lifelong journey. I've tried to capture my thoughts in 2 dimensions. One I call multidimensionality of our lives, and I'll talk a bit about that. And second one is pearls of opportunity in our lives. What is multidimensionality of life? I, the individual, we, the family and close friends, rest of our extended social circle, and rest of the world, which we may not know much about, but all of them form the core of our social life. And these dimensions are going to have a significant impact on our life journeys. I'll share with you some parts of my life journey. I still remember a simple quote of my father, which has played a great part in bringing me where I am today. My father was an official in police and paramilitary. He was very honest, so obviously we were not very rich. But he made sure that all of us, and there were 4 of us, 2 brothers and 2 sisters, had a good life, and more importantly, got the best education possible, including taking some of his life savings to get me here at Penn. And you know, Penn is not cheap. So no wonder he hadn't bought a home. And many of his friends used to ask, "Mr. Chadha, when are you going to build your palace?" His response was very clear and consistent. "I am investing in 4 pillars, and they will build palaces for me." I don't think any motivational speech would have done a better job than a simple quote to make all 4 of us aim high for our lives. And as you grow up into leadership positions in your life, you will realize that the best way to motivate people, to motivate teams, is first of all, set high expectations, and secondly, and most importantly, lead by example. People follow the leaders who are leading by example. And as you graduate, you're going to find that most of us get very busy with our careers and our work lives. And we forget how fast the time flies. Children grow up, and I'm sure parents can see you have grown up. And parents grow old. So make sure to find time in your lives to take your children to their soccer games, to their piano recitals, or whatever activities they enjoy. And make sure you spend enough time with your family on get-togethers and not miss those moments of life which are fleeting and never come back because we still haven't invented the time machine. Some of most joyous memories of my life are the time I spent driving my daughters around to piano recitals and soccer games and basketball games and all the activities. And the family get-togethers we still have every year with my parents and siblings in India, which all of us go all the way back to India for that. Well, one additional benefit of driving my daughters around is that they were hostages in the car, so I could give them all the lectures on family values and aiming high in life. So you will get that opportunity too. And looks like it did have some effect on them because both of them ended up at Penn, just like you. I do have to admit that some of that motivational act was supported by make-a-deal mentality, which all of us have. My eldest daughter came to me one day and said, "Dad, I want to go to East Coast for my university." And I'm wondering, California weather, good universities there, why would she want to go to East Coast? But I thought there's a way to motivate her. I said, "Okay, you can go to East Coast as long as you get into an Ivy League school." After that, never had to worry about her grades or her soccer or her extracurricular activities. She made sure of that. But that's our closely knit circle of dimensions. It's the extended circle which we sometimes don't pay enough attention to. Facebook has made it easier for us to keep connected with that extended circle of our friends and share updates with them. Maybe too many updates. But there is a larger world beyond that. Some of us never get a chance to explore that or time spent to explore that. We must, because whatever happens there does impact us here. So make sure to find some time to read about that part of the world. Read newspapers, read books, go to internet, but make yourselves aware of what's happening in the world. Maybe a bit of less of texting and more of reading will go a long way there. And make sure that you volunteer and contribute to the causes which you feel passionate about. And always, always try to help those who could use a little help, such as people in Nepal right now. Multidimensionality also determines the course of our professional lives. We think we are bright, and I'm sure most of us are, otherwise you wouldn't be here at UPenn. But it takes a lot more than that to be successful in life. I, the individual, may have a great idea for innovation, but we, the team, the people who are going to help you bring that idea to reality. And rest of us forming the extended ecosystem to deliver that solution to market, and of course, the rest of the world to buy into that vision to make it into a success. From my experience as an entrepreneur, it was very clear that I am just a small part of the equation to build a successful company. It took a bunch of bright engineers, the surfers, but also lots of external people, the carriers, operators, the customers, the consumer electronics suppliers, and believe it or not, the US government, which funded the GPS system and also came out with a mandate which made it easier for people to put GPS in cell phones. I'm sure most of you here have never used a paper map because we take navigation and mapping for granted in our phones, in our cars, in any device we carry nowadays. But in 1995, when we started SURF, that was not true at all. And many people thought that it's just a dream, not really something which is going to happen in their lives. It took longer than we expected, and as I said, took lots of people. But today, that vision is a reality, and it's because of all the multidimensional people I talked about which contributed to that vision. Let me also clarify a difference between having an idea and a dream to having a vision to build a company or to change the world. Actually, if you look at most of the startups, they fail not because of the lack of ideas. They have actually too many ideas. They fail because they don't have a consistent vision and the passion to take it through. So if you have a vision to build a company or a vision to build a career in another company, make sure that you have a strong enough belief in your vision to take it through. And if you find that the market realities are different, to pivot that vision to get to the place where you want to end up with. The second thing I want to talk about is what I call pearls of opportunity, which play a key part in shaping our lives. You will find that there are lots of opportunities floating around us throughout our lives. They are like hidden pearls or rough stones, which could be really precious gems. But it takes some luck to see one. It takes smarts and knowledge to identify the good ones. And it takes passion, perseverance, and right expertise to convert them into real opportunities, just like it takes time to convert a rough stone into a precious gem. I probably won't be here today if I wasn't lucky enough to catch a few of those. We all know getting into UPenn is quite tough. But for me, even the tougher part was getting a visa to come to UPenn. I actually had an admission at Wharton. I joined School of Engineering one semester later so that I could do something useful in life. And I don't remember how many times my visa application was rejected. UPenn was kind enough to extend my invitation. One day, I was reading a newspaper in Delhi when I found that there was a professor of economics visiting India from UPenn. Oh, that was my opportunity, or luck. I started up calling all the hotels in Delhi to find out where that professor was staying. At that time, the hotels will tell you if they had a guest with that name or not. Nowadays, probably some of them won't. I finally found him, called up his room, and I said, I've been admitted to Wharton. Can I spend some time with you to get your perspective on UPenn? He was kind enough to meet with me. And there, of course, I told him, I'm having a problem with getting my visa. Please give me some help. Luckily, he was meeting the US ambassador that night in a get-together. Luck. He put in a good word, and next time, my visa came just like that. So that was the start. And then here I was, as I said, came to UPenn, did my MS and MBA, and then joined Intel to start my career. A few years later, the entrepreneurship bug bit me, and I started a company. Eduardo didn't say that, but my first company, Aquest, failed. So that's part of your startup life is you're going to have some failures, but we learn a lot more from failures than successes in life. So few years later, having learned all my lessons, I started Surf. And as I said, it still took some time, lots of help from people around us, and some luck to realize our vision. But we did. So building companies is hard. But if you have the passion for your vision, you will enjoy it, even as you go through the ups and downs of your life with startups. So I like to summarize with 3 key messages. Not only should all of us be aware of the multidimensionality of our lives, but embrace it with full enthusiasm. It will help you in your journeys of life. Always on the lookout for hidden opportunities. They are around us. We just have to find them and then run with them. And a bit of advice for your career choices. If you have a choice, don't pick a career path based on monetary considerations or what everybody else is doing. Pick up something which you really feel passionate about. Since you are all engineers, it's a very simple math. Whenever you are working, between your work and commute, it's going to take you 8 to 10 hours. Even people in work in bank, we used to call it banking hours, with the commute and all that, it's still 8 to 10 hours of working and commuting, if not more. 8 hours of sleep, that doesn't leave us enough time to enjoy life if you don't enjoy the work where you're spending most of your life. So make sure find opportunities which you feel passionate about. And to conclude, I like to recite a few words from a poem on children by Khalil Gibran. It's really interesting thing for parents and teachers here, and of course, the parents and teachers of tomorrow. He said, "You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams." So congratulations, and good luck to all of you as you shape the world of tomorrow for better for all of us. Thank you.
I am Kostas Danilidis, the Associate Dean for Graduate Education. And before we start the announcements of all the degrees, I will just add a few remarks. First, we just saw one more proof that engineers are the most emotional and personal people in the world. Thank you very much, Camera. Dear master's graduates and families, congratulations to all of you. Most of you came from all corners of the world here, Many of you came after spending years in industry. Many of you were undergraduates here. But what really unites you all is the pursuit of more knowledge, the fact that the undergraduate courses were not hard enough for your mind, that you really wanted to challenge yourself. There is no better feeling than seeing tens of the master students filling all areas of my floor where my office is, day and night, and trying to finish one of the admittedly insane homeworks that I have put in my graduate class in MIM 620. But I could see the smile in each one of them, and each of them was telling me how much they were learning. Our master's program in engineering is converging in size to our undergraduate one. Masters in an Ivy League 40 years ago used to be just a consolation degree for PhD students with financial difficulties. 10 years ago, we had about 1/5 of the students here today. And today, you are more than 400 graduates here, selected when you were admitted from more than 4,000 applications. You are the smartest of the smartest here. The top industry around the world is explicitly seeking you guys because technology is changing so fast that these changes cannot be captured anymore in classic bachelor degrees. Employers want the critical thinking and the deep technical knowledge you received during your masters. Continue to challenge yourself intellectually. Try to be in teams where you're not necessarily the smartest person, where you will want to learn more and work harder to be the best, like what you did when you were here at Penn. Congratulations to all of you. And as soon as I find here the script, I'm going to start the announcing of the degrees. Oh, excellent. We will proceed with the announcement of the recipients of the master's degrees in alphabetical order within each academic program in the order in which they are printed in the program. We're starting with the Masters of Science and Engineering in Bioengineering. Dr. David Meany, the department chair, will join Dean Glant in receiving the graduates. And Dr. Jason Burdick, graduate chair, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
No projector. Just start, Joe. Okay.
We'll now begin.
Cassandra A. Cedarholm. Cha-An Chen. David E. Conegliano. Samuel K. Feinstein. Danielle Simone Fields. Rohit Gupta. Zenas Han. Elizabeth Ann Henning. Yuanqing Jiang. Samantha Clarence Jones. Siddhar S. Liu. Adam John Munkin. Jennifer Lee Smith. Brendan David Stuckel. Jenica J. Tucker. Jonathan Huang Vo. Justin Wen. Leon Wu. Yulwen Yang. Yoonsuk Yi.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Masters in Bioengineering. It is our great pleasure to announce the graduates from the Master's degree in Biotechnology. Dr. Scott Diamond, Faculty Director, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Yanfu Chen. Nivedita Damodaran. Xueting Ding. Kai-Chi Du. Megan Ruth Elliott. Huaqing Feng. Anthony M. Formica. Jacqueline P. Grow. Kai Guo. Meihui Guo. Qi Guo. Sherry Han. Amarita Varshini Hanasoge Samasundara. Priya Girish Hate. Danshu He. Evan Herlihy. Han Hu. Yeji Im. Ripanshi Jain. Yash Jain. Xutian Jing. Nikunja Kolori. Danghu Li. Michelle Shukhwa Li. Bharat Logaraj. Shan Lu. Purva Bendirata. Igoabata M. Okadigbo. Aishwara Power. Satyajit Ravindra Rajapukar. Stephen Sahib. Lavanya Sakaranarayana. Manat Sharma. Michael Sheng. Lawrence Wu. Nankun Wu. Zhongyu Yang. Janet Yu. Lingdi Zhang. Yeqiao Zhou. Qian Zhu.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Masters in Biotechnology. It's our pleasure to announce the graduates for the Master's degree in Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. Dr. Scott Diamond, Department Chair, will join in receiving the graduates. Dr. Ray Gorty, Graduate Chair, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Temilade Oyeronke Adeyewe. Abdullah Imad Al-Atiki. Peng Chen. Yuqie Cheng. Ting Ting Jiang. Ramalingam Kailasham. Shreyas Venkat Padmanabhan. Matthew Gabriel Scorsoni. Tong Wang. Zhe Wang. Jifeng Wei. Yangfan Xu. Lu Yan. That's it.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. It is our pleasure to announce the master's graduates from the Department of Computer and Information Science. We will begin with graduates in Computer Graphics and Game Technology, followed by Computer and Information Science, Computer and Information Technology, and finally, Embedded Systems. Dr. Sambath Khanna, Department Chair, will join Dean Glant in receiving the graduates. Dr. Steve Lane, Program Director, will present the diplomas to the graduates in Computer Graphics and Game Technology.
Samantha Lynn Cohn. Binglu Du. Zihao Fang. Harmony Mingwai Li. Ying Li. Beiling Lu. Yehua Liu. Corey Elizabeth Novick. Nada A. Wolf. Emre Tanirgan. Joseph Tong. Suyang Wang. Wei Qian Tu. C.B. Vijayakumar. Lei Yang. Bo Zhang. Yang Song.
Dr. Rajiv Allur, representing the Computer Science Graduate Chair, will present the diplomas to the graduates in the Masters in Computer and Information Science.
Hamid Hassan, Ghulam Hussein Ahmed. Lasya Alamuru. Kartik Ala. Harsh Anil Asher. Akriti Baha. Ashwin Bawaija. Suprita Banuvaram Ravikumar. Robert Thomas Cassidy. Ron Chen. Zachariah Louis Costa. Sorab Daga. Mainak Datta. Avani Deshpande. Sonal Ekta. Xiaobin Chen. Mingkun Gao. Ashutosh Subham Goal. Shruti Gorantala. Urvashi Gupta. Akshay Egde. Xiaoxiang Hu. Jason Yi Kong. Minhee Lee. Spencer A. Lee. Liang Luo. Monica Madella. William Lawrence McDermott III. Wenri Meng. Chunxiao Mu. Karan Dilip Pradhan. Sorabi Ramachandra. Reshma Ramanuja. Max Scheiber. Rohan Shah. Jeffrey Wenyang Shi. Matthew Sturgitis. Timothy William Stefani. Stefani. Third time. Shashank Vadalamani. Navya Vapala. Yao Wang. Wenyi Wu. Ziming Yang. Ziyi Yang. Naicheng Zhang. Zhonghan Xu. Yifeng Zhu. Wenye Zhang. Shaohui Wang. Michael Woods. Harshita Yanugola. Yuquan Zhang.
Dr. Chris Murphy, Program Director, will present the diplomas to the graduates in the Masters of Computer and Information Technology.
Isaac Mason Anthony. Lori Crystal Becker. Tauri Cui. So we have a wonderful tradition here at the engineering school. When a child of one of our faculty or staff members graduates, we invite his or her parent on that faculty to come and present the diploma. We have the honor of Dr. Susan Davidson presenting the diploma to Christopher C. Davidson. Xia Deng. Si Fang. Christopher Thomas Hurt. Zhu Piao Hang. Hao Hu. Thomas Michael Junod Jr. Kevin Carlin Lee. And now I invite Dr. Insub Lee from the faculty to present the diploma to his son, Paul Sunwoo Lee. Yan Li. Yupeng Lu. Michael Vincent McLaughlin. Bradley M. Palchesco. Hansong Peng. Yi Peng. Dylan Joseph Petro. Pierre Roel. Barry Michael Slath. Yuting Tan. Anne Santa Whoopsie. Dong Yan.
Dr. Rajiva Lur. Program Director will present diplomas to the graduates in embedded systems.
Kritika Bhaskaran. Sanket V. Chitagopkar. Aditya S. Deshpande. Rohit Dureja. Srinivasan Ekambaram. Chaitali Sanjay Ganhalakar. Rishab Gulati. Saira Hussain. Shanjit Singh Jajman. Vinay Ramesh Landhe. Rahul Ajay Nafte. Nachiket Nana Dikar. Vaibhav N. Bhat. Lan Lan Pang. Pratik Prakesh. Jing Chu. Anirada Rajshekar. Hanesh Ramachandra. Avinash Repaka. Pranav Sahe. Giordano Salvador. Sandesh Kumar. Chitrang Payush Kumar Shah. Sanket Dinakara Shetty. Akshita Shriyaman. Shalav Varma. Navedita Villagalati. Diksha Yogish. Kiran George Veteth.
This concludes the announcement of all the graduates in the Department of Computer and Information Science. It is our pleasure to announce the graduates from the Department of Electrical and Systems Engineering, including all majors in Electrical Engineering, Systems Engineering, and Telecommunications and Networking. Dr. Sherry Kagan will represent the department chair and will join Dean Glant in receiving the graduates. Dr. Saswati Sarkar, the graduate chair, will present the diplomas.
Bridget Ann Blakesley. Andrew David Botello. Yuandong Chen. Cheng Cheng. Hua Huang. Shafag El Shahazilia Idris. Jing Ji. Yanwen Jin. Darini Cannon. Junyi Ko. Hemant Kumar Lakala. Yinan Liu. Mega Nadig Ratnakara. Sneha Janardan Nayak. Priyal Harshadbhai Mehta. Sai Monica Paladagu. Hyun Hyuk Park. Siddharth Saxena. Kyle Shepard. Nishank Rauji Shunda. Shivani Singh. Shriyo Vijay Varghia. Menglu Wu. Wanqing Xin. Yufeng Xu. Yuting Yang. Yifeng Yuan. Yining Zhang. Oluseyer Felix Carena. Kimberly Gail Cohen. Aliya Dosayeva. Philip Edward Drexler. Uriel Alonso Gutierrez Chavez. Yuefan Ji. Yuntao Ji. Bingjin Jiang. Xuanyao Jiang. Neha Arun Kakar. Fumilade Abdul Jabbar Lacey. Victoria Joy Meliska. Tushar Nakra. Harrison Estioko Phelan. Yunhao Chen. Kong Yu Chiu. Xun Shen. Zi Song. Varun Sivara Makrishnan Sridhar. Haolin Wang. Yishuan Wu. Yaqian Xiao. Yishan Gu. Jun Han. Diming Li. Haoyu Wang. Lin Wang. Siying Wang. Yuchen Zhang. Dongfang Zhao. Wei Zhao. Hao Zheng.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Department of Electrical and Systems Engineering. It is our pleasure to announce the graduates from the Master's Degree Program in Materials Science and Engineering. Dr. Peter Davis, Department Chair, will join Dean Gland in receiving the graduates. Dr. Shu Yang, Graduate Chair, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Xiaofan Bai. Bo Cao. Yiting Cheng. Brandon K. Chung. Saqib Dadi. Sachin Krishna Deshpande. Yue Dong. Joshua Ray Douglas. Yilun Fu. Brett Anthony Hagberg. Guanqing Hao. Xu He. Alexander Gregory Hollenbach. Jiajun Xie. Francisco Sang Lee. Junyang Lu. Jialu Li. Mu Li. Yejia Li. Pengchong Liu. Wentao Liu. Yanting Liu. Xinxin Ma. Zhelong Ma. Lingyao Meng. Lejun Ji. Tian Qiu. Dian Shi. Tingxue Tao. Dhruv Samir Turakia. Li Yang Wang. Liu Yao Wang. Minchuan Wang. Qiuran Wang. Hanchang Yang. Binyang Zhang. Tao Zhang. Yubo Zhao.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Masters in Material Science and Engineering. It is our pleasure to announce the graduates from the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Applied Mechanics. This includes graduates in the Integrated Product Design program and the Masters in Mechanical Engineering and Applied Mechanics. Dr. Rob Karpik, Department Chair, will join England in receiving the graduates. We will start with the Masters in the Integrated Program Design, and Dr. Mark Yim and Sarah Rothenberg, co-directors, will present the diplomas to the IPD graduates.
Taylor Catherine Caputo. Januk Diraj Dadanya. Emily Lene Diekmeyer. Wanhang Gu. Ziming Huang. Sihang Ji. Emily Robin Beth Khan. Ilan Keiderman. Celia Madeline Lewis. Di-Wei Shou. Edward Wu. Fatima H. L. Duki. Jonathan David Blutinger. Tan Tran. Dennis S. Zdana. Junya Zhang.
This concludes the integrated program design graduates. And we proceed with the Masters in Mechanical Engineering and Applied Mechanics. Dr. Prashant Purohit, Graduate Chair, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Shashank Acharya. Akshay Anantakrishna. Sarah Badin. Alice Chang. Yika Chen. Yueyang Chen. Techuan Chao. Yao Xu. Yu Fu. Privish Mayana Gowda. Billy Lily Gu. Si Yao Hu. Isham M. Kilani. Jacqueline Kimberly Cohn. Shweta V. Krishnan. Andrew S. Lee. Ya Yun Lee. Adrian Andres Lievano. Antonio Pietro Mazurco. Xuan Chi Mo. Prashant Rajagopal. Shyam Sundar Ramanathan. Natalie Ramirez. Roger Enrique Rangel Lafuente. Joseph William Regensburg. Edward Daniel Riley. Sebastian Schlosser. Priyanka Srinivas Srisat. Samuel Robert Simpson Dorr. Thomas W. Sisson III. Sison. The third. Vamsi Krishna Santi. Justin A. Starr. Wenhan Tong. Tolani Vincent Tabetsi. Bokang Wang. Da Wei Wang. Brendan Adams West. Nicole Allison Woon. Dingwei Zhang. Chen Yang Zhao.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Applied Mechanics. It is our pleasure to announce the graduates from the master's degree in nanotechnology. Dr. Sherry Kagan, representing the director of the program, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Ravit Dong. Chidvan Viplav Kaliwala. Wei Yang Lim. Zisong Nie. Jignesh G. Patel. Meet Praveen Vora. Xiaochun Wang.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in nanotechnology. Last but not least, the most famous robotics masters in the world, the master's degree in robotics from the University of Pennsylvania. Dr. C.J. Taylor, director of the program, will present the diplomas to the graduates.
Erica Adu. Nabil A. Ali. Devin Mahindra Bhatt. Sawyer Brooks. Shangyi Chang. Situ Miriam Christopher. Adwiti Trungu. Gareth B. Cross. J. Davey. Eduardo Garcia Garcia. Aditya Gaurav. Michael Patrick Coffrin. David Kotfis. Dhruva Kumar. Michael Lautman. Jen Chao Lee. Juan Jose Lopez Delgado. Tadenda Mushonga. Vibor Nigam. Connor Edward O'Brien. Spencer Samuel Penn. Vishnu Purushottanam Srinivasan. Sukriti Sarawat. Anushri Sabajit Singh. Christina E. Soriche. Joseph James Trovato. Dean Michelle Wilhelmi. James Shinwoo Yang. Justin K. S. Yim. Okay, so this is Dr. Yim, Justin's father, presenting the diploma. Ning Yu.
This concludes the announcement of graduates in robotics and the reading of all names of the graduates in the master's degrees. I invite Dean Glant for the closing remarks.
As they did in medieval times, this is how you salute, okay? So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I was the first one, and I'm the last one to congratulate you warmly on behalf of the school. We are emotionally invested in your success. We wish you the best careers. We beg you for one thing. We want to know where you go. We want you to stay in touch with us. Please, we ask nicely, please. We want to be able to boast about what you do. We care about what happens to you. And I hope you will do your part staying in touch with us. It's a very easy ask, and it's a very easy thing for you to respond back, okay? So we are delighted that you have come to this point. We are delighted that in what we helped to take you here. I should not confess to this as an educator, but the most important ingredient of what has happened in the school is the quality of what came in through the door. And you came in through the door and made it possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Good luck to everybody. Congratulations to the families. And all I need to ask you now is to stay in place until the stage party, as we call ourselves, has left the stadium. Good luck to everybody.
You're all dismissed.